I don't let it affect me at all. From day one, being in the hospital, the first thing I was asking is, when can I get out of here? When can I go back to my activities? Teach me what you have to teach me and get me out of here. Because, I mean, I got to go on with my life. I can't be sitting in here doing nothing. So I've never let it affect me. I tell who I need to tell, but other than that, I don't bring it up in normal conversation because I don't want them to know I'm any different than any other kid. I mean, I'm the same old Sarah that I've always been, maybe a little bit smarter now because I know more. But I have never let it slow me down at one bit. Hi, I'm Sarah Myers. I'm 18 years old. I just recently graduated from Edmond North High School, and I will be attending Oklahoma State University in the fall.
She's very active. She's always on the go. She was in 5th grade. Some of the girls in her class were starting to mature a little faster than other girls, and so her thought was that I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be fat. So she literally would go into stages where she wasn't eating very much or she would eat very little, which is just the opposite of a diagnosis of diabetes. We did notice that she was losing weight, and we also did notice that she didn't have the stamina that she had before. Her trainer she would tell you, pretty harsh. Just seemed like she was always on her about things. You know, how come you can't get this right? How come you can't do it the way you're supposed to? How come you're tireder than everybody else? You know, get out there and ride. Don't, quit being a baby, those type of things. And we just led it to growing up.
Juvenile diabetes, which is one of the more common chronic diseases of childhood, is the inability of the body to produce insulin. Type 1 diabetes results from an autoimmune or self-attack on the pancreas, destroying the beta cells of the pancreas, which make insulin, so they no longer can. And when that occurs, the body is deficient in insulin, a hormone that it vitally needs for survival. Type 1 diabetes varies a great deal in its presentation from type 2 diabetes, which people are much more familiar with. Type 2 diabetes is the diabetes that affects middle-aged, usually overweight, sedentary adults. Those individuals may have modest elevations in their blood sugar. They may feel tired. They may have weight gain, and they may find their diabetes only incidentally. In type 1, children always show up with a profound dehydration and markedly elevated blood sugars that lead to no mystery.
She just started really going downhill rapidly, not making any sense. Became incoherent and was going comatose. A little voice came out and said, "Sounds like diabetes." And the other voice was like, "No." And just this battle back and forth of denial, of saying, "No, it can't happen to our daughter. It can't happen to Sarah. It's the flu." But it was already there. It's like, oh my God, this could be diabetes. And then this other thing, just no. Got her down there, walked in, and
they knew immediately.
They walked in the door, and it was like they looked at it, said, "Go sit down, we've got her," and immediately started doing all the tests for diabetes, started immediately treating her for diabetes within minutes. It was like, okay, so the little voice on the shoulder was right.
As my parents said, I was in a coma, or pretty close to it, for 24 hours. But I remember waking up and everybody was in my room. I don't remember going to the emergency room or those first 24, 30 hours. I don't remember that at all. I mean, I can't answer a single question about what happened. But I just remember waking up and there was everybody around me. During the first few months, and probably the first, oh my gosh, not even months, but the first couple years, I relied on my parents heavily. And I was really independent. I was like, I don't want this to slow me down. I don't like carrying needles. Lunch is awkward because I have to go take a shot for food. I was like, I just want to sit there and take everything and do everything so nonchalant that nobody even notices. I was like, that just makes me fit in even more, and I'm not different.
The term diabetes comes to the table quite loaded. And so this really is a very difficult conversation to have with parents right off the bat, saying your 2-year-old child now does have diabetes. And that then entails, well, what does one have to do about it? You really can. You can lead a normal life. You just have to do a few special things to stay healthy. Sarah is a great illustration that one can do anything in life with diabetes as long as you just take good care of yourself, as she has done.
I am a lab technician at OU Health Science Center, and I'm working in my dad's lab over the summer, and I have my own research project. He's given me a set of things that I'm supposed to test, and it's actually hopefully going to be published by the end of the summer.
It also is important to instill into the parents that they're not alone, that they have a team of diabetes educators, a team of dietitians, a team of doctors, a team of people that are there to help them and will be available for them. They're not alone.
JDRF is great. You had a welcome package, basically sitting there the next day with how to give shots and what to look for and what insulin was and what diabetes was and who to contact and how to get involved and then when they felt like you were comfortable to go home, they would let you go home. And then after that was just a series of classes and follow-ups and faxing her sugars in all the time or calling constantly to give sugars almost on a daily basis for the first several months, just so that, but you met everybody on the team.
Well, the advice I give them, number one, is it will be okay. Your child is going to be healthy, live a long, productive life, and do anything they wanted to do, but it will be okay. And I think by the time they leave, that reassurance has set in that they can adapt and can manage their diabetes.
Don't let this disease slow you down, because there should be no reason why it should. And just always watch out for yourself. Don't ever think don't go into it with the mindset of, why did this happen to me? Why do I have this? Because then it really will affect your life. You just have to go in looking at the glass half full. It's like, oh, well, I have this, but you want to know what? It's treatable. I can live with this. This is fine. I know how to take care of myself, and I'll be okay. And that's the biggest thing, is just to look at it with a positive mind, because if you look at anything with a positive mind, you'll be okay.